Now, when did you start driving?
When
Wasn't that when
that's
you...
when I started driving.
That's what I thought. That's
we
when
were
you
living there up there on the hill.
started driving.
Yeah.
I think one of my earliest memories is of my mother and father. Was I think we were still living in Whitefield,
Yeah.
and she was driving the car. I don't know what the car was like, and my father was on the other side, and she went into Whitefield and pulled into Strauss Market. I don't know if you remember that. It was right across from the train station.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
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 And she didn't put the brakes on quick enough.
Oh.
And my father, I thought he was going to have a heart attack. Scared the wits right out of me. And I could still remember that.
It started to roll away.
Oh, she was going right up into Stoa.
First time I drove to the village, I put the car in a ditch.
I would guess it would have been unusual for a woman to be driving in those days. Am I
Well, a lot of women didn't.
right?
Now they all
What's
do.
some of your favorites?
Amazing Grace is one of them. And then there's another one that I can't remember the name of.
How Great Thou Art.
How
Isn't
Great
that
Thou
one of them?
Art. Yeah.
That's the one that Tom used to sing so
That's
much.
the one.
Tom Golden.
Tom Gold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a great guy.
And, and he just knew how to sing that one.
Yeah.
That was his favorite, obviously.
Well, I think
Yeah.
so.
Would
Yeah.
would you have some sway as to which songs would get played, or was that the minister's sole job to decide what music was played?
Well, it varied. Some ministers would suggest songs, and other times they just leave it to the organist.
Yeah. Which did you prefer?
Well, I really doesn't make any difference to me.
Yeah.
I played whatever they wanted.
Oh, that's good. That's good. How important has your faith been
Has
in
what?
your faith been in your life?
My faith?
Yeah.
I guess it's been pretty important, because I learned it from my father and mother. And we went, as I say, we used to go Sunday afternoon to the little schoolhouse over there, and we would have our Sunday school, and that was we didn't, once in a while we would go to the village for something. I remember going to the village at Christmas time, because we got a present. We went to the village, and they had sent down a present for us.
Did the school used to put on Christmas plays
Yeah.
when you were in school?
In
I mean,
school.
they did. Yeah, when I was in school, in elementary school, we always put on plays or programs at Christmas time. Did they do that do you remember doing that?
No, I don't think we did.
No. I think I do. I think I remember that.
Yeah, oh yeah, I remember.
You've lived through quite a few different ages. What point of your life would you say was that you enjoyed the most? What age were you? Was it being young or middle aged when you were?
No, probably when I had my children.
Yeah. Yeah.
Had my babies. You were my babies.
How many children? Just the two of you.
Yes, two. Yeah.
So it's great that you have your children so close to you, living right in the same town, not far away.
Yep, and we have, for the most part, we have.
Yeah, well, yeah, they were still in school when we came. You weren't even in school.
No, she started school when we was living up on the hill.
I was 4 years old when we moved here, and then
Yeah.
I turned 5 just a few months later.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
you didn't go to school until you were 6.
right,
Yeah.
right. There was a whole year before I went to school.
Yeah.
Well, it was a good thing. I had a hard time making it as it
had
was.
You had to walk.
You had to walk.
Well, we lived up there on the hill, and yeah, we walked to
Up on
school.
the hill
Walk,
where Rita lives. We
Yeah.
lived there then.
And she tells a story about I couldn't get through once.
No,
I got
she
stuck
got
in the
stuck in
snow,
the-
and she had to
She
come
got
and
stuck in the snow.
she had to come
Her
and
legs
get me
were
out of
too
the snow.
short.
I didn't go to school that day. But I think I was just in the first grade, right?
Yeah, you must have been.
How were the roads kept back then during the wintertime?
There wasn't any road then.
Well,
It was more like what? It was like a path?
Well, there were times that wasn't a road that went by the house because they'd go down across, instead of coming down by our house and then going down the big hill here, they'd gone across some way to save a little time and labor. Because they had to dig out their own roads.
Oh.
well,
I don't remember. Did they have a plow? Or were they still using the roller?
no, I don't
They must
remember
have
them
been
using a roller.
plowing.
Well, they did. I don't think they used rollers then. No.
No. Because Frank Tillison had a car he drove in the summer. And in winter he had a sleigh with a horse. He used to give us rides to school and come
You
pick
need
us
to
up.
have something they'd have it hitched onto the side of the sleigh to
But
move the snow.
yeah, there were times when it was a struggle because
Yes, because I remember the Blakesleys skiing down.
yeah,
They used to ski down the road
sometimes
to go to school.
The old
So I guess they didn't keep the roads like they do today. That's for sure. But
well, the town didn't have much of anything as far as highway department, you want to call it that. They hired out these were
Well, that
contractors.
was before. You see, the town at that time, the towns had also gone through a depression. They didn't
Yeah.
have a lot of stuff.
They
I
didn't
can
have any money.
remember when they didn't even have a truck.
They hired
The town?
Yeah,
The town didn't even have a truck.
town didn't even have a truck.
They didn't have nothing.